Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great out there. Today, I'm going to be making a 5 flavors homemade pound cake. I hope you guys have had a great week. So let's get started. So right here, I'm just adding 2 sticks of room temperature softened butter into my mixing bowl. And by the way, guys, I'm using unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, you don't have to salt your flour, but if you're using unsalted, you should add some salt to your flour. Right, and I'm using 1/3 cup of sour cream. Everything that I'm using is room temperature. So I just added that to my bowl. Now I'm adding 2 cups of white granulated sugar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cream for about 5 to 7 minutes. And I'll let you see how the process comes along. And guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to like if you like this video, share, and leave me a comment. It really helps the channel. Here is my flour. And right there I have 5 room temperature eggs. Alright, so I did speed up the camera, but I'm going to scrape the bowl down. So yeah, guys, it's been a while since I made a homemade pound cake, but I tell you, this one was really good. Had a great flavor and something different. So that food coloring is yellow, and I'm going to add a few drops just to turn it a little. It's optional, you don't have to add that. Right here I have 1 cup of milk, whole milk. I'm going to add all my flavors in here, 1 teaspoon of each one. So I just added the vanilla, now I'm adding the lemon, and I have 3 more. I have butter, rum, and coconut. Those are my 5 flavors. I will leave the recipe down in the description box. And this cake had good texture to it. But only one thing, guys, I think I let it stay in the pan a little too long, and some of it kind of stuck to the pan, but other than that, it was really delicious, guys. Really good. The feedback was great as well. So I have mixed that together. So I'm going to move my flavors, and I'm going to check the creaming of the butter and sugar. So I'm just going to scrape this down, and I am using the paddle. I'm not using the whisk. And guys, this is how it looks. Make sure you just beat it until you don't see any crystals in the sugar. Alright, so I'm going to let it go a little longer. And this is really the main process in making a homemade cake, as long as you don't over mix it. When you add the flour and all your other ingredients, just don't over mix. Alright, so that's how it should be looking. Alright, so I did let that go a little longer. I'm going to scrape the bowl down. And now I have added my little attachment on the side. And I'm going to add my eggs in, but two happen to come out at one time, so that's okay. Make sure your eggs are fully whipped. Alright, so all my eggs are in, and I'm making sure that my eggs are whipped in with the sugar and butter. All of that. I'm just scraping the bowl down. Alright, so now we're going to go to the next process. So I'm just going to give my bowl a little wipe down. Now I'm going to start adding the flour. Flour, milk, flour, milk, flour. A little milk. Okay, so I'm going to add some more flour and milk. And guys, this is a little time consuming, but it's fun. It really is. And then you get to really taste the real flavors of a homemade cake. I'm just going to scrape down the bowl. I do have some flour on the side, but I'm going to scrape down as much as I can. And just let it whip. More flour and milk. And this is the last of my flour. And this is all-purpose flour, guys. I added some baking powder to it. But if you don't have the all-purpose, you can use cake flour. And I'm adding just a little of this yellow, just a few drops, not that much. Alright, so now I'm going to take that paddle out, and my oven is on 325 degrees. I'm going to let this cake bake for about 1 hour. Depending on your oven, it might have to go for an hour and 10 minutes, but I baked this for right at 1 hour. Alright, so now I'm going to just pour all the flour off the edge and give it one more thorough mix, guys. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is spray my baking pan down really, really good, guys. If you don't have spray, I'm using Baker's Joy. If you don't have spray, you can use butter and flour. Alright, so let's put our 5 flavors pound cake in the baking pan for the oven. Just turn your pan around some and just put all your mixture in it. Alright, now so we have all of this delicious mixture into the baking pan. We're going to pop it in the oven and let it bake. All right, everyone, this is what we have. It came out, it smells good, and it looks good. But I messed up because I let it sit in the pan a little too long to cool, and it took some of my cake off. Still good, guys. Very, very good. So I'm going to flip it over. It has cooled. And I'm going to make the 5 flavors. Icing is real easy. I'm just going to mix about an 1/8 teaspoon of the 5 extracts that I used for the cake. And I'm going to make a little icing for it. Okay, so I have some white confectioner sugar in this little bowl. I just added a little milk and a little bit of every extract that I used. And it's just a little light icing for the cake. I didn't want it real heavy, so I just put a little glaze on it. It will give it more flavor. And guys, this was so good. Really, really good. So I'm just going to put it on the cake. I probably should have used a big spoon, but I'm just using the spatula. But like I say, really good, really, really tasty. Guys, I hope you get to try this cake for you and your family and your friends. Again, subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell so when I upload you will get notified. And guys, this is the texture that it came out to be. Very moist, very, very good. Alright guys, I hope you get to try this, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Be blessed.